Okay guys, welcome back. I am going to share my recipe for my Instant Pot white chicken chili. So let me show you first the ingredients and what I put in. I've got it all set up right here. All right, I've got 1 can of cannoli beans, which we are going to rinse and drain real well. I've got a can of black beans, which again am going to drain and rinse real well. I've got a can of diced tomatoes with the green chilies. And I've got 2 cans. The reason I put 2 cans of corn in is because we really like the corn in the chicken chili. You can put 1 can in, but I like to put 2. So I've got 2 cans of sweet corn, which I am not going to drain. I'm just going to put those right in. I've got my chicken stock. And then as far as spices here, I've got my cumin, which I will share the recipe with all of the measurements in the description. I've got chili powder, and then I've also got ranch seasoning. It's the same kind of seasoning that you use for like a ranch dressing or a ranch dip. So I've got that I'm going to use. I've got an 8-ounce block of cream cheese. I've got 1 whole chopped onion. This is a sweet onion. Again, the recipe doesn't necessarily call for the whole large, but we like onions, so I'm going to put the whole onion in. This is a little extra. This is 2 jalapenos. I've left all of the seeds and everything in. This is something that you can leave out of the recipe, but we like it spicy. I also am using 5 boneless, skinless chicken thighs. You can use breast. I just like to use thighs because they tend to be a little less dry when you use the thighs. You can use chicken breast if you wish. So again, I am going to list all of the ingredients and all of the measurements in the description, but let's get started on getting all of the stuff in my Instant Pot. Okay, so I am going to start out by just placing my thighs right in the pot. Okay, then I am going to rinse both cans of beans. Okay, so there is our black beans. Okay, and then I've got a can of the cannoli beans. Right, then I'm going to add 2 cans of the sweet corn. We're not draining those. And then I'm adding my can of diced tomatoes with the green chilies. Okay, then in goes our jalapenos. my chopped onion. And then I am going to measure out, let's see, half a cup, which I usually add about a cup of our chicken stock. Then go in my spices. I have got 1 teaspoon of my chili powder. I've got 1 teaspoon of cumin. Then I've got 3 tablespoons of ranch dressing, or the dry mix. You can use the package, the little envelope, which is an equivalent to about 3 tablespoons, but I buy the bigger container. So we're going to add our 3 tablespoons. Okay. And then I've got the 8-ounce block of cream cheese. Let me grab a knife. And I am just going to kind of cube it up and just leave it right on top. Actually, you know, I'm going to stir everything first, and then we'll get the rest of our cream cheese on there. I want to just get everything stirred up real well here so that we have all our liquids underneath our chicken. Oops. Okay, there we go. Okay, now let's finish with our cream cheese. And I like to just take it and kind of cube it up a little bit instead of putting it in just one block. So it's already pretty soft here. Okay, make sure we get all of this. There we go. Okay, now I am going to get the top. Right. Oh, I guess I need to plug it in first. It's not going to cook very well. Oops. Okay, we're going to make sure it is in the sealing position. And then I am going to put high pressure, and we're going to put it on for 25 minutes. Alrighty, we're going to leave it on for 25 minutes, and then when our time is up, we are just going to let it naturally release for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, any time that's left, we'll just do a quick release. We'll take the chicken out, get the chicken shredded up, and then I also like to add I don't know, a couple cups of shredded Colby Jack cheese. And it just makes it a little cheesier, a little creamier. You can actually wait, and when your chili is hot, just add a little cheese to it in the individual bowls if you like. And then I also like to take a little bit of cilantro, chop it up, and put it on the top of the individual bowls. So, alrighty, we are going to wait till the time is done. And then when it's done, I'll open up the crock pot and I'll show you what we've got. Okay, guys, so now I have done a quick release in my Instant Pot, and right now I am going to take the chicken thighs that I added, and I'm just going to take them out and shred them up, chop them up a little bit, and then I'll put them back in the chili. And then I will add my cheese. I think we had 5 of them in here, didn't we? Yeah, right, there we go. Right. And, you know, the chicken thighs, that's one thing, that's part of the reason that I really like using chicken thighs, is it is just so tender. I mean, you just use a spoon and shred these things up. I mean, it's, like I said, you can use chicken breast. You could use a rotisserie chicken, but you know, I've used the rotisserie chicken before, and I just wasn't very happy with the taste. So I like to just use the chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and just get them chopped up real good. I don't like the big shreds of meat, so I'm gonna let me grab a knife real quick. Let's set this here. Grab a knife. Just gonna get a couple of knives and just kind of shred it up a little bit. Chop it up. I like the little small pieces. Up a little more, and then I am going to add it back into the chili, and then from there I will add, I like to add about, I don't know, about a cup or so of the Colby Jack shredded cheese. You can add that separately in the bowls if you like. I like adding a little bit more. It makes it a little cheesier, and I know my husband really likes the Colby Jack cheese too. So, okay, I'm just gonna take this and add this back into my crock pot or Instant Pot. Oops, get it all here. It's hot. It is hot. Hot, hot, hot. Right, there we go. Right. All right, now I am going to add just, I don't know, about a cup of the Colby Jack cheese. Get this stirred up, and it just, see, look at this. There's chunks of the cream cheese in here, so we want to get those stirred around really good and get them to melt in. Yeah, that just, oh, that looks wonderful. Woo, and it smells good. Smells really good. All right, so now let me get a bowl, and I am gonna bowl up some of this. Okay. Looks wonderful. Get a little. Okay, and then the other thing I like to do too is I chopped up a little cilantro. I love fresh cilantro. All right. Okay, now for the taste test. I'm sure it's going to be hot, but we're going to try a little bit. Oh yeah, that is awesome. Oh, it is hot. Oh my gosh, it turned out perfectly. Very good. All right, guys. If you guys like chili, if you've ever had chicken chili, you need to try this recipe. And like I said, you can tweak it how you like it. If you don't want jalapenos, you can leave them out. If you want to add the Colby Jack cheese at the end right into your chili, or you can leave it out. It just depends on how thick you like your chili. If you like a thinner chili, just wait and add it when you bowl it up. So, but I will share the recipe down in the description, list everything out, list all the measurements out. But yeah, so if you guys have liked the recipe that I've shared with you guys today, if you could give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and share the video. And like I always say, guys, have a great rest of your day. And I hope you guys really liked the recipe I shared with you today. And we'll catch you on the next one.